sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, you going up?
Yes, Skanless Summer. One of the hottest albums of the year going down right now. Man, we do have our special guest in the building. But man, Yopolyrobwhatup chilling over there. I see you, man. I see you. What's up with it?
You already know, man. It's early over here, so you know I'm making breakfast. I got the kids sleep. I'm making beats. You know how I do. I work, man.
I hear it. Yeah, what you doing, man?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He at the gym. He gonna broadcast live from the gym. I see it. That's what's up. That's what's up. We'd like to welcome you out to the
that's when you know a nigga ready for the next step. Nigga at the gym with it.
Hell yeah. Appreciate y'all, man. This motherfucker too, man.
For sure, man. We'd like to welcome you to the show for the first time, man. Skanless Summer. Yeah. Doing numbers, huh?
Hell yeah, man. Skanless Summer.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. For the people who don't know who TF is, man, introduce yourself to the audience.
Hey, I'm TF, man. You feel me? I'm from South Central. Been here my whole life. You know, went through all the shit growing up. You know, not the typical story, but you know, the same shit. Like, you know, we getting through it, pushing through it, made our way through. We right here. Everything Skanless Summer. Oh, now go tap in.
Definitely. How long you been in the game?
Rapping?
Yeah.
Shit, 2012.
2012?
Yeah.
Definitely. You made great strides on that one, man. What was some of the energy behind creating the Skanless Summer album?
Wait, say it again?
What was some of the energy behind creating this Skanless Summer album project?
Shit, that shit kind of happened organically. Like we didn't even have like a direction we was going. We just made a song. We made a song and then we made another one. Then next thing you know, it's like, oh shit, well let's just build off this. And then we end up putting all that shit together. And once we got the post-production, we just made a movie with them shits.
Yeah, speaking of movies, like how important is storytelling in the process of writing lyrics and making songs for you?
Yeah. Well shit, I watch a lot of movies. Like I'm a big movie buff. You know, from like trash movies to like some of the most classic movies. Like that's my whole thing. So I also grew up listening to Nas, Biggie, Wu-Tang, like great storytellers, you know, within the hip hop culture. You know, especially being from the West Coast. So I was able to pull a lot of that shit easy. Like that shit caught me. You know, that shit caught me. So now it's just kind of easy. Like especially like what I done went through on some personal stuff. You know, so I got my own story to put the twist on all that too. You know, because I feel like I'm living a movie.
Definitely, man. That's dope. What's different about the production team, local astronauts, and working with them that brings out the best in you and making music?
They also on that cinematic feeling. You feel me? Like a lot of the songs, like it was already concepted. And then like, you know, they not telling me what to say, but it's like, like that Spray record. Spray was already the hook. And I'm like this, I'm gonna run through this. You feel me? Because it's like, you know, just the you know, the feeling of like some of that shit I was talking about on there was like real shit. Like, nigga, I got 2 strikes. If I get pulled over, it's over with. Like, I didn't really been in them situations like that. So, you know, just putting like real deal feelings and emotions, you know, and then just exaggerating it a little bit, like, and then, you know, next thing you know, it's a painted picture. You know, so like the you know, just the direction and shit. Like it was kind of like a common factor we had.
Well, we got Yopolyrobwhatup in the building. What's the deal, my G?
Yeah, you already know.
Astronauts.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. Like, you know, I was a fan of TF before I even met him. And, you know what I'm saying? I ended up meeting him through Doughboy. Shout out to Doughboy. And, you know, listening to music, like for me, it's like I always envision working with certain artists at certain point in times. So I mentally geared my mind together. So we officially started working on records. I could hear records that we might have created before that he could be on. And then we also like we have what's called music days where we have like our production team come in and just kind of lay hooks and do stuff like that. So I would prep like spray. Badru came up with the idea of spray, but we prepped that prior to even officially working with TF. Like we just already had an idea of where he could possibly go. So if that time came, it's like, yo, we finna go straight to it. You know what I mean? And having conversations with him, like you ever like talk to him, conversations with him, it's one of the most intellectual, hilarious conversations on planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? Give you so many levels of energy. You know, like we could get on some deep shit, and then we could also get on funny shit, then talk about stories, then talk about life. So those conversations help craft records. It helps us understand each other in moving forward, and that's why towards the middle of the project, we started to see what Skanless Summer would come out to be because of our energy of what we do sonically, and then what his energy, what he do lyrically. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Me knowing how you make beats, you eat, sleep beats. You wake up making the beat, go to sleep with a beat in his head, get up making the beat. How was the construction in your mindset of how you was putting the beats together? Like, okay, for him, I'm making this. You know what I mean? How did the story come about in your head?
So for me, the one thing that I loved about TF and his artistry is his voice is very piercing. Like whether he's on a monotone level and speaking something deep, or he's aggressive and he like spray is really aggressive, and you can hear that piercing voice. There's very few artists in this industry that has lyricism along with those piercing voices. You know what I'm saying? Biggie was one of them. Onyx was one of them. Redman. These are piercing voices that as soon as you hear, it's like, ooh. So for us was like, we want to match that same energy. We want to give him beats that sonically falls right in the pocket with how he delivers. Right. Slow beats to personify like a slow flow, like legendary artists would do, and then a more aggressive cinematic type joints to make his stories feel like a movie. You feel what I'm saying? And then even the features that we got, those features are not just features. Like if you listen to their voices, they have another style of piercing voices. G4 Jag got a very deep voice. Ice Cold Bishop has a very high pitched, aggressive flow. Bell has a very smooth, draggy flow. It's like Jay Worthy. You already know how Jay Worthy flow is. So even the features match the energy of what we was going with the project. You know what I mean?
Your mic muted, man. Your mic muted. Cool. Your mic muted.
All right. Yeah, appreciate it. Good catch. As a producer, do you feel it vital to actually put your own 2 cents in on how an artist delivers the record?
Not necessarily. We create the stage.
Nah. He definitely adding his 2 cents in for sure.
You're right in a sense. Let me explain. Like we set the stage, right? We set the stage for what he's gonna do. When he comes in and lays his verse, people don't realize that in my brain, I hear the finished record from not just from our perspective, but from his too. I hear it finished. When he lays his verses, I hear the other musicians that we're gonna bring in to come layer it. I hear the singers that's gonna go in. Badru hears the poetry and the other little keen elements that we need. So sometimes I'll be like, TF, like we working on part 2. TF was like, yo, I think it's missing something in this little part. I'm like, no, TF. I'm like, no, just let us do the other thing that we gonna do. And then when you listen to it, then you'll figure out why that space is there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, every now and then, but our objective is to set the stage. We set the stage and let the artist go.
That's dope. That's dope. TF, this is a question for you.
What's up?
Favorite song on the album and why?
Skanless Summer. Like
That's why that's the last one?
That's why it's the last one. It's like the movie credits. You feel me? So
that's dope.
It's also like when we dropped the album, you feel me? Everybody was like what's the Skanless Summer? By the end of 2021, they see what it is. You feel me? Especially LA. Like LA is like damn, it's really that. You feel me? And that's what I tried to touch on throughout every song, you know, from different aspects. And then it come back to Skanless Summer. You feel me?
Yeah. Tell us about. Go ahead, bro.
Look.
Tell us about how you linked up with Doughboy and how that relationship actually affected your career growth.
It's funny. I met Doughboy on a 4-yard in prison.
That's always a big story.
Nah, yeah, it was like on some. I was with one of the homies, my nigga Ball from Blackstones. No, I'm lying. Iceman from Blackstones. And we working out, and Doe came over there. I got a lot of red ink tattoo. So he walked up like, yeah, what's up, blood? I'm like, I'm a Crip. He's like, oh shit, my bad. And we've been solid ever since. We was working out heavy for like maybe like a year and a half. And then I ended up getting shipped out of state. Ended up going out of state. A few years later, probably 2013, 14, maybe 14, 15. I run into Polly Rob. We over there now. Me and Polly Rob had already had a relationship. You know, just based on like that. Me and Polly Rob had songs before we even started working on Skanless Summer. We just had like a bunch of random shit. So then, like I think like after
Broken Cuffs, when we did those records, then
yeah, he told me like I got a record for you. I'm like, all right, for sure. So he didn't ever tell me it was a record for Doe. So then Doe, he like, yeah, my boy coming in, he a part of the record, he a part of the album and shit. This and that and this and that and this and that. I'm like, all right, for sure. Then this nigga Doe pull up. And I see him, I'm like, what's up, nigga? I ain't seen since motherfucking 2010 or whatever.
Fresh out.
He fresh out. I'm still kind of fresh out. So I'm like, yeah, man, what you doing up here? He's like, nigga, like this one of my best friends. And he talking about Polly Brown. He like, yeah, this one of my best friends and shit. I'm like, damn, it's a small world. And me and Doe been rocking since. And Pop, like, you know, nigga been fucking with them ever since, you know, just based on me and Doe got a different relationship outside of this music shit. You feel me? Like we didn't really have to troop it out together.
That's dope. So, that's real shit right there, man. How does it feel to be witnessed or recognized by such team as Revolt and your music be recognized like that? How does it feel like that?
That's big. You know, like as an independent artist, like you always want to get recognized. You know, like so it's like looking at that list, like nigga, it's like I'm mentioned with the elite. You feel me? Really? Mentioned with the elite, you know, as an independent artist. You feel me? And it's like nigga, like so seeing that, like I said, I've been doing this shit 10 years. So it feel good to finally be, you know, recognized, like, you know, even just outside of the city, like, you know, motherfuckers know who I am and shit, but now it's like, oh yeah, that nigga for real.
Right.
You feel me?
It definitely do it. I mean, because it did it for me. What's one of the most Skanless things you witnessed last summer?
Me?
You know what? Is that even a good question?
I don't know. That's why I skipped that motherfucker. I was like, I'm not gonna ask nobody that shit. But either way, man. One thing I do want to ask you though, man, is with the music that you're putting out, what separates you from the next artist that's coming out of California? You know what I mean? How does your music separate from theirs? When I go listen to TF, what type of feeling should I get?
You gonna see everything I say. You ain't gonna hear it, you gonna see it. You feel me? So it's gonna be a good painted picture. You know, also my shit is authentic. Like the shit that I'm talking about outside of my storytelling, if you really know me, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I remember that. I ain't gonna go too much into detail, but I'm gonna, you know, put it together to where it's like, all right, for sure.
Yeah.
Other than that, my storytelling, you know, a lot of motherfuckers can't really do that on the West. I don't want to say they can't do it, they don't do it. You know. But yeah.
Yo, Polly. Same question for you that we posed for my G. What's your favorite song off the Skanless album?
Sheesh. I think it's AWAX and Old Dog. Only because I feel like that record, it built itself the same way how Menace to Society in those movies, you know, Boys in the Hood and stuff like that. The same way it built in anticipation and in storyline was the same way that we built that record. Because when it starts off very, very sincere, like niggas is really ready to go do what they say they're gonna do. And then by the end of the record, it's like it's this big world of like chaos that can possibly either go in your brain or go through the city. And I think that's the personification of what LA is. It's like it starts off when you touch down, it's like it feels good. But by the end of the trip, you would have learned something or that changed everything. You know what I mean? So I think it's AWAX and Old Dog. You know what I mean? And I even think that, you know, TF, Bale, and Triz, like if you know them, they operate like how AWAX and Old Dog and all of them, they operate like that in a sense of the camaraderie of how they joke, how they work together, how they move together, how they stay safe around each other. Like they move like that. So I think that's the dopest record for me.
I see Bill is on the album a couple times. Was that by design, or it was just one of those things where, you know, he in the studio and we vibe and let's go ahead and get you on here?
Nah, with Bill, I designate songs for Bill. Because I know he could, like, I know he could do what I need him to do. You feel me? Like Worthy. I'm gonna have a record designated for Worthy. Like I know I got a specific shit I need, and I know Worthy got that. So that's how I feel with Bill. If I need like a good story, like he know how to fall in on concepts. You know, he don't really gotta be like I can send a record to him and get it back how I want it without even letting him know nothing. Does that make sense?
You done made the revolt, man. Your status is rising. You know what I mean? What's your next move?
We got Skanless Summer 2 coming out this summer. So we running it right back.
But ain't broke, don't fix it.
I'm excited about that. I mean,
you're gonna have a series?
We really want to do the whole season. Skanless, you know, but I'm like, nah, let's just keep it Skanless Summer.
We gonna same formula, same features.
Exactly. Okay. It's gonna be a few new artists. You know, production gonna be more crazy, concepts a little more crazy, but same formula for sure.
Okay. Any videos? Oh my bad. Go ahead. No, any videos out right now for Skanless Summer? Or?
Yeah, we got Michael Myers and Ted DiBiase. The video,
video.
Say it again.
You shooting a Skanless Summer video?
Maybe not. I'm already
We're probably gonna end up probably Big Game James or AWAX and Old Dog.
We might fuck around, drop it to look.
Oh, what's my favorite song? Oh, Big Game James. If y'all didn't know, okay, yeah, for sure. I'll be happy about that video.
That's dope, man. We ain't gonna keep you too much longer, man. Top 5 dead or alive.
Jadakiss.
Okay.
Biggie. Motherfucking Nipsey. I really never really listened to none of his music up until like right before he passed. But like as far as being an influence to the community, I think Nip top 5 for sure. You feel me? Motherfucking Jay-Z, and Nas.
That's dope.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna. Go ahead,
Raekwon, Jay-Z, Ice Cube. Last two is hard. I think it might be Prodigy and KRS-One. Yeah.
That's that real OG in the music game. He get y'all some gems.
Yeah, nigga said Ice Cube.
Yeah, he get y'all some gems.
Hey, listen, when Ice Cube go,
he had his hair.
Yeah, and he's still nice now.
I just never got with the delivery myself. You know.
No. See, I respect. You're probably right. That's that OG shit.
OG shit.
Yeah. You know, I always respected him.
Nigga, no Vaseline, nigga, all that shit, nigga. He was.
Oh yeah, for sure. I respect all that, but on the whole, give me a whole hour straight of it. But
I also feel like if he was produced correctly, like now, should have been monstrous. Ice Cube, holla at me, man. Let me know, man.
He better at this point.
Let's go.
Man. Hey, TF, man, we just want to say we appreciate you and Polly Rob for even tuning in with our station, man. We appreciate the love that y'all give us, man. Continue to fuck with us. Send all y'all good music to us. Anything y'all drop, man, send it to us. You know we're going to spin that shit. You know what I mean? Well, definitely, man. But before we go, is there anything that you want to say to the people that's getting in the game, or the new artists and new producers that's getting in the game on, you know, give us some tips on what's going on?
Wait, say that one more time.
I said that if you can say anything to a new artist or a new producer on how this game works, what would you say to them?
Shit, just be you. Like dissect the trends, take a little piece out of everything that's dope, and stay you, and don't give up. Cause shit, I want to give up. It's been mad times I wanted to give up. Like I didn't get paid from rap till nigga last year. I've been rapping since 2012. You feel me? So you just gotta keep pushing.
Hey, some people been rapping longer than that.
Yeah.
I said some people been rapping longer than that, motherfucker. Still ain't getting paid.
Yeah, so this shit gonna be tough.
You ain't gotta make it personal, bro.
Yeah, like shit tough. But you gotta just troop through that shit and keep pushing. Stay dedicated, stay motivated, try to stay healthy as you can mentally. You know, and just keep pushing, keep grinding.
What about you, Polly Rob?
If you're a producer, one beat a day. Try to get in one beat a day. Like, you know, like work-wise, it'll do a lot. Spiritually, it'll put something in you. Like being consistent does something to your mental and your soul. And at the end, it's just like you have product, you have things to work with, even if it's not a complete beat. One beat a day. You know what I'm saying? 30 beats a month, 365 beats a year, times that shit times 5 years. You got product to work with. I make 8 or 9 a day. So it's always got shit. I never run out of shit. You know what I'm saying? But a beat is an opportunity. If you think about it as opportunities, how many opportunities you want in a day to be successful or to get rich or to get a Grammy? You know what I mean? So I make 8 or 9 opportunities for myself every day. Oh, that's all.
That's fine, man.
And now y'all both number 11 on Revolt. Congratulations.
Man, hey,
man, congratulations.
On the list. Let's get it, man. And I appreciate everybody. Showed up. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody.
Excuse me, y'all right above Moneybag and between J. Cole and Moneybag. Some guys, I don't know who they are.
Right. I hope everybody that list listen to all albums and listen to ours along with all those albums, so they can understand why and the cohesiveness of everything. I think they'll be pleased with that. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Let them know where they can find you at.
You can find me on everything. I'm.tf, im.t.f, or just hashtag everything Skanless. All that shit'll pop up.
You know, find local astronauts at local astronauts at our website, localastronauts.space. That's it.
That's what it do. That's what it do, man. DJ Lalo, DJ LAYLO 330. Make sure that you Google me. Definitely, man. Shout out to my brothers, man. Skanless Summer is out right now. Top album, man. Voted by Revolt, man. If you ain't heard it, man, you need to get your ears tuned in. Trey Cool.
Yes, sir. TREKUL. Shout out to my guy Lex. Shout out to my guy Lex Lou. He popped in and out on us, man. You know, we gotta make sure. Yeah, man. Make sure I check my guy out, Lex Lou 35. TREKUL.
Lex Lou. I'm coming down to see y'all soon. You already know, man. Let's get it.
Bring your guy with you. I'm about to get these shows back going, man. Bring TF to it, man.
We appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for having us on. Appreciate y'all for the recognition on the album. You feel me? Skanless Summer is out now. Stay tuned for part 2. We're going to keep this shit pushing. We're going to keep everything Skanless.
What's going on, man? It's a leg day. What is going on out there?
It's leg day right now. Feel me? So it's kind of easy to multitask.
Yes, sir. All right, my G's, man. Y'all take it easy. Do, man. Appreciate it.
Blessings.
For sure, man. Much love, Dilly.
That was Yopolyrobwhatup right there. That was TF, man. Make sure that you Google them, find them where you can find them at, man. Pick up that Skanless Summer. Voted by Revolt, top album of the year, one of the top albums of the year. Make sure that you get that, man. We're going to get into this song right quick. We'll be right back with you.